do this quick video because as I begin to open my eyes to what's happening around the world, and I start tuning into blogs and the news and seeing what's happening around the world, as much as I would like to disregard it and not let these negative ideas or these negative feelings come into my life, I do have to realize that these are things that are actually happening in the world, and it burdens me and it pains me and it makes me very sad to know that starvation is still happening, to know that suffering is still happening, to know that torture is still happening. And I am just a voice in this tiny world, and what I've come to realize is that with finding these things on the internet and the news and these actually real things that are happening in the world, it made me realize that the beliefs and the values and the morals that I have about life do not make me more right or more superior than anyone else. It's what works for me, and it is a tool for me, and it helps it helps me to fulfill my purpose and my identity. But if I go around preaching to everyone about how my way is the best way and this is what everyone should do, it's not effective. And when you have warfare and when you have violence, it just makes the trauma of everything a lot more difficult to deal with. And I guess this video is to really focus on oneself, and that we can be our own guiding stars. I know that sounds corny, but we can be our own lights, guiding, and by being a living example of the best versions of who we can be. And if that means that some people don't like us, then they won't. But if that means that we'll have a lot of friends and people that love us for who we are and for what we believe in our values, and so be it. But the idea that it's just like having a relationship with a child and a parent knows way more than a child, a helpless child. A parent knows to keep a child away from danger. A parent knows social interactions between certain people, for example. But if you tell a child not to do something and they ask why, and you give them no legitimate reason why, they're going to test you. They're going to question you. Well, why do you know? So this is the idea of us preaching our values and our beliefs as a nation and even as individuals onto other people, because nothing makes things more right or more wrong. Nothing makes one person more superior or more inferior. And the basic morale, I think, as a human race should be agreed across all humanity. I've always been a firm believer of this, that we should have universal laws put into place, that if we as a human race corrupt these laws or these ideas or philosophies or policies that are put into place, we have some sort of reprimand for it. Not necessarily a prison system, but a reprimand for it, So this universal morale should evolve naturally, to come to some level of understanding, because I believe just warfare and killing each other alone is it's heartbreaking just thinking about that. And I'm safe in my own little bubble, of course, but just the idea that we can do that to another human being for power is insane to me. We're not animals anymore. We have this higher level of consciousness. We can sit down and have a conversation with people. Bears can't sit down and have a conversation with people. Lions can't do it. They're protecting their territory. And granted, we do have these instincts ingrained in us, but it's our duty and our ability and our right as a human race to evolve from this. And it's disheartening. So, and in any small group, I would just love for this to carry carry this in within myself and with others, that whenever we have a value or a belief or something that we hold to be so true and is right, and it's preached onto another person, let's retract from that, and let's be aware that it works for us. It works for us and only us. And if we feel like it is something substantial and beautiful and can offer some relief or some light into another person's life, this is where we lead by an example and where we teach rather than preaching. So next time we have a situation like this where we feel like we are right and our egos are in the way and you're wrong, there is no right or wrong. We can get into a different argument about what is right and wrong, right? With our own values and views of how we perceive the world. I view that it's wrong to kill people, but another person would view it as differently. So this is where it gets a little mixy, but I'm just saying, in like a casual social setting, it is super, super important not to preach your ways, not to preach, oh, well, I do it this way, so you should do it this way, because it works specifically for you. And that's just my video for the day. I've just been discovering some things about the world that I've been trying to hide from, and some influential people in my life, like Marianne Williamson, I've resonated with her, because she said, if you are all peace and love and all about the universe, then that's great in your own selfish way. That's great in your own selfish mind. But if you can't take action on that and leave a footprint in the world, in a sense, then what is your purpose? You can carry that with you until your grave, until your deathbed. But what change have you done? You've done it within yourself and perhaps a few people around you, but ways that have impacted the world, zero. So it's this process of being in school and just trying to get my hands on anything I can as far as reading material, and it's just, knowledge is everything, I think, and I feel like the more that we become educated, the more of an impact we can create on others and on the world. And I mean this in a very genuine way. I don't mean this in a manipulative way, but that'll be the video for the day. So anytime you have a view, a specific belief, just know that it works for you. And to teach that, or to to preach that, is a no, because we don't learn that way. We learn by seeing examples, we learn by doing, and if someone tells you to do something, although it may be accurate, we really don't take that in or want to accept it unless we are willing to, as Carl Rogers says. So that'll be the video for today. I really appreciate your comments, so if you have any specific experience of someone preaching their ways to you and what you should do or what you shouldn't do, I would really love to know. And if you've actually been one of those shoulders, if you've actually told people what they should do and have you gotten a result out of it, or if you haven't, then what's been the result from that? Okay, so thanks everyone for tuning in, and I will post another video soon. Bye.